Hey folks, welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam, and you have found yourself in a spot, a live stream called It Belongs in a Museum. It Belongs in a Museum. This is our 53rd episode. That means that we have showcased no less than 106 older games. And what we mean by older games are games that are at least 5 years old. Now, you might be thinking, doesn't seem like an old game, Sam. 5 years old isn't old. I would agree with you to an extent, but I was just having a discussion with a friend of mine the other day, and he said something to the effect of it was an older game, not like old, but like it was 5 years ago, and so I didn't say anything, but that bolstered my confidence level ever so slightly to the point where I'm pretty comfortable showcasing games that are at least 5 years old on this, because that tells me the general idea is that we're trying to give some more spotlight to games that have fallen out of the spotlight for whatever reason. Now, it could be that the reason they're not in the spotlight anymore and they're not being talked about anymore because they weren't good games. I would be at odds with that, because most of the games, if not all the games that we go over on It Belongs in a Museum, are from my shelves. So just take that for what it's worth. They're at least 5 years old. We've got 14 people here at least. Micah's here. What's up, Micah? Good to see you. Philip Zomberg is here. Hello, hello. And so do you. That's what I'm talking about. Peter Rowan says, hi, Sam. I was thinking of asking you to meet at the coast, but I don't think we will go to the same place. Well, if you just provide a little bit more differentiation, like, I don't know, an address. I mean, because even if I were to ascribe to the phrase the coast, there's a lot of the coast out there. And so it would be not unlike trying to find a needle in a stack of needles if you just say, let's meet at the coast. So again, send me an address and we'll see what happens. Good joke, though. Jeff is here. What's up, everybody? Good to see you, Jeff. Thank you for being here. Terrier Halo, what are we also doing? Okay, Micah's talking that stuff again. Well, that was Norwegian. Sup, my peeps? What's up, Luke? Good to see you. And hello, people. Terrier says, was it? Sorry. Alexander says, 5 years old if you are talking about bread. Oof. If you're talking about bread, don't eat it if it's 5 years old. And I mean, like, it should have been thrown out 4 years and 11 months ago if it's bad bread. So David says, howdy, howdy. What's up, David? Good to see you. Thank you for being here, buddy. It's too warm to search BGG here. I'm guessing Wingspan. Well, we haven't even started guessing yet. I haven't even given any clues yet, but spoilers. No, it's not Wingspan. Should we pour out our dice trays in honor of Ozzy's passing today? Yeah, that seems like, for a metalhead, that seems like the end of an era right there. And it's not even like seems. It's like, woof. Wow. I mean, I grew up ever since middle school. I've been a metalhead, and Ozzy was the stuff, He was the person everybody knew, whether you were a metalhead or not. And this just seems like the end, right, of a an incredible era. Now, again, you know, I don't ascribe to all of his personal beliefs and philosophy and worldview and all that other kind of stuff. But man alive, you've got to at some level, you've got to respect the achievements that he's made. And it is kind of, you know, that final show that he did was like his literal swan song, you know. And kudos to all the people that showed up for that show and were not looking for a paycheck. Kudos. But anyway, yeah, that's interesting. The is Norwegian and Danish, while the Swedes do the I think you'll end up at a riverbank. No, I won't. Unless the address you send me is on a riverbank. Then I would be on a riverbank. No, not the coast discussion. It'll be at a puddle later today. Sure. Speaking of museum games, got Village and Lorenzo Il Magnifico off the shelf of shame over the weekend. Augsburg 1520 is on the table now. Oof, man, dude. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles Dice Masters is my next guess. Also not correct. I apologize. The clues point towards it. Nope. I listen to No More Tears in Honor. No more tears. Yep. Mom, I'm Coming Home will be next. That's a good one. Hello all. Been a while since I was off work and had time to watch my favorite show. Well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. What are you watching? Guys, I don't know. I just can't see this being somebody's favorite show, but cool if it is. Awesome. David Brownlee says, not a metalhead, but I've got some Ozzy and Black Sabbath in my collection. Yeah. We saw a really good documentary at the cinema about Dio a couple of years ago. Hope we get one of those about Ozzy. Yeah, that would be cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. What we do here on the Flipside is on Tuesday mornings, as we do It Belongs in a Museum, where we showcase 2 different games that are at least 5 years old or older. And we try to make it a little bit fun. We try to give some stuff away. This is going to be, we're going to have 2 giveaways, one for each game. What we do is we make it a game. Whoever is able to guess the name of the game that we're about to go over with a couple of clues that I give them first, who's ever able to guess it first will get a prize package, or basically a surprise gift package. It'll be a sticker, a Flipside sticker, and a surprise. Whether that is some type of game-related accessory, some type of expansion, or some type of board game or card game, or whatever it might be, we send you a surprise with one of our stickers in the mail free of charge. And that's what we do. Now, if you have been here any number of times, Ryan is the person that you are trying to beat. So just keep that in mind. You're trying to beat Ryan. That's the long and the short of it. But I do try to give somewhat obscure. Now, if you can use BGG Foo, you can get on there and use BGG search engine, and you can also use Google Foo if that works better for you. Whatever, I don't know how that would work, but to find the answer, however you wish, use any of the tools at your disposal to try to find out what the game is. But Ryan is the person to beat, generally speaking. Chris is watching The View. Oh. I was playing solo Robinson Crusoe, Terrier Halo says today, and yesterday used dies because I felt a bit rusty and I still have nightmares about the Z-Man rulebook. If you've never won before or it's been a while, speak up now. Yes, and the reason they're saying that is because even if you don't win, the winner of the the little game that we play has two options. They can take the prize themselves. They just have to send me an email with their address and I'll get it to them. Or they can give that prize away to somebody else that's here in the chat. And so if you have not yet won anything, speak up now so that the people who have already won, if they wish, they don't have to, but if they wish, they know that they can pick one of you who have not yet won anything as a winner today, if you so wish. So there you have it. Let's see. Chris says, "Oh no, just an update. Ozzy Osbourne just passed away." Oh, you're a little bit behind there, aren't you, Chris? A little bit behind there, just a wee bit. My wife is watching The View. Ah, there you go. Played Blood Rage for the first time, and now I'm all in for upcoming crowdfunding to back all of it, because now I need it. Philip. All right, here we go. Couple of our first game was published in 2017, 2017. And a couple of the mechanisms here. We have cooperative game and we have variable player powers. So a cooperative game and variable player powers are one of your clues as far as mechanisms are concerned. And the second clue is the fact that it was published in 2017. So now you may go ahead and go to it and try to guess what game we're going to talk about. All right, so chit pull, don't say it, nobody heard that. Cooperative game and variable player powers. I probably just made it a little bit too easy, but we'll see what happens. Wow. Let's see here. Dead of Winter, Warring Colonies, no. Spirit Island, no. Gloomhaven, no. Rising 5, no. Sword and Sorcery, no. Descent, no. Folklore, Tom says, no. Flip Ships, no. Luke Shirus. None of that is correct. The Dresden Files, cooperative card game, TI4 print and play. Thank you, Micah, for your token. Eric responds. The Dresden Files, lobotomy. Luke Shire says, no, that is incorrect. Well, we'll go ahead and just go on back to the person who actually supplied the correct answer already. Dragonfire, Tom says, no, that's also incorrect. And I didn't actually know he was here. Ryan is just chilling, waiting to give the right answer. No, the right answer has already been given, but the other shark in the water here is Jeff C. Jeff C is also quite quick on the keys. But he, way back up above Dead of Winter, Warring Colonies, Jeff C said Shark Island, and that is correct. Get it? I said sharks in the water, shark in the water. I get it. Never mind. All right, so Alexander Meldrum, you did say that, yes, that is correct, but all the way up at the top, Jeff C already said Shark Island. So Jeff Camera, you are the winner of today's first giveaway. And again, I do want to make the clarification that nobody has won Shark Island. This is just the game that we're going to talk about. So the prize that you actually get in the mail will be a sticker and something else, but it more than likely will not be the game that we actually go over. Sam's jokes are even funnier than The View. Wow. Jeez Louise, David. That's pretty rough. All right. So, Shark Island is the game that we are talking about. Now, this one is going to be one that I've kept on my shelves for a personal reason, and that is because the designer and co-designer are both pretty good friends of mine. Now, they're just people that I've known in the industry and I've met through the industry, but I've palled around with them a lot in the past, and they are now people that I consider my friends. And so that's one of the reasons why I kept this on my shelf. It is a highly thematic driven game. One of the co-designers is very much a Shark fan, like Shark Week fan, like Sharks Everything fan. And so that bleeds into this. I'm sorry, I'm just making shark puns all over the place. But so one of the designers, Richard Lanius, is just a good friend of mine, and he's a tried and true game designer. And the other designer is a good friend of mine. So Richard is Richard is the main designer. His name is listed first, but this is also Pete Shiry's game, and so they co-designed this. And Pete Shiry is the shark dude. Like they used to have these things called, they used to have these top tournament battles at BGG Con, and we would all show up in different kind of like luchador different themed luchador outfits, but not Pete. Pete would show up in a shark outfit. That's the kind of shark fan that Pete is, and so he just likes everything sharks. I mean, he's just fascinated with sharks, and so that love of sharks, along with his love of Jaws, basically came up with this idea. Now, very close to the same time. I don't know exactly how different they are. Okay, just 2 years. Just 2 years. So this came out in 2017, and Jaws, another game that I've kept on my shelf from Ravensburger that is also highly thematic, came out in 2019. So both of these games came out in a very close to each other, relatively speaking. And I think that one is a more thematic game for the movie IP. I think this one is, and Pete and Richard will forgive me, but I think it is not as good of a game, but it is still a highly thematic game. So if you have somebody in your family that really likes sharks, and you see this sitting on the shelf, I'm sorry, gosh. That's what I get for trying to drink coffee and speak at the same time. I can't believe I just did that. Anyway, there you go. So anyway, let's go ahead and get down to the table before I get myself in trouble here. Let's go ahead and get down to the table, and we will take a look. Okay, so here it is. Limited edition promo inside. What? Yeah. All right, so this is now this is one of those games where I have not had this off the shelf in quite some time. Again, I've kept this, I already told you, mainly because of nostalgic reasons. Both Richard and Pete are buddies of mine, and I just want to keep this on my shelf. So take that for what it's worth. I do really like the artwork here as well, though. I think the artwork is very evocative, but yeah, just to give you an idea. So you have a sprawling rule book here, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, but you kind of get the idea that it's trying to, this is a cool center spread of the game setup. So that gives you an idea. You have 4 different sites that you're trying to beat the shark at, and the shark will get points. And then you will get. I think this is this is like hit points, or this might be a fight. This might be victory points. I can't remember exactly. Again, it's been a very long time since I've played it. But all of the different players have their own special abilities, their own deck of cards that they can play, and so forth and so on. So you get to page 11, and you're talking about how to play the game, which, in my opinion, that's kind of bad rule book layout. I'm not trying to do that, but there is a pretty hefty explanation on all of these different components, because these are all just components. And I don't know, that's just bad rule book layout. So you have setup right here on pages 7 and 8, and then you have the setup shown, which is good. It's a highly detailed, very nice. And then on page 11, you have playing the game through, and then you have, let's see, so playing the game starts on page 11, and then you have, that's it. where's playing the game? Yep. Hunter phase, combat phase, search phase. Yes. Where does it say end of game? Terrorize phase, dusk phase, check victory conditions. If neither side has achieved the victory conditions, the turn ends when players performing the refresh below. So 11 to 18, you got 7 pages of rules basically. And then you have other rules back here, which are probably just more like reminders. But again, you see cool artwork a lot. All right, so just trying to get this out here so you can see it. Wow, I need some baggies. I told you it was going to be this way. I told you. But anyway, I apologize. I'm trying to get all this cleaned up when I should just be talking about the game. All right, here we go there. So you have, this is one of the cool parts of the thing. I thought this was cool. There's a little buoy that comes in the game. I thought that was cool. But you've got a bunch of different characters that are available for you to play. Anya, the oceanographer. You have Willie, the helicopter pilot. You have Joe, the island sheriff. You have Hudlow, the salvage diver. You have Harlan, the local fisherman. And then you also have Tempest, the dolphin trainer. Tempest, the dolphin trainer. Then, as I said earlier, each one of those characters has their own deck of cards. We'll look at Harlow, the local fisherman, his deck. So, different things. So play after a hazard is revealed, then discard that hazard without effect. Ram the devil. Play if your boat is sunk in combat with the shark, do 1 wound to the shark. So little things like that. And everybody has their own little special abilities. Chum. Play in the search phase to move 1 fin toward 1 fin token from each adjacent island tile of your island tile. Oh, to your island tile, rather. So little things that go there. The chopper dude, Willie, the helicopter pilot, his special abilities: radio links to boats, high-powered rifles, swooping attack, take flight, quick response, bombard, patrol, things that you would expect somebody that's in the air to do. So you get the idea, right? So each of the characters have their own deck of cards. So that's in there. And then you have another deck, other decks of cards, like, what are these events? I can't remember what these are. Alert me, communicate, ain't afraid of no shark. I don't know what these are. Good thing we have a handy dandy thing here. I'm looking, folks, just, oh, here they are. Calendar cards. So calendar cards contain a modifier to be used, determining the number of island tiles to be placed, as well as special events for each turn. So that's what these are, calendar cards. Okay, and then you have Welcome to Paradise, National Press, Mayor Fisk? No, Mayor fired. Resorts closed. These are different event cards. These are different kinds of, what do they call them? I want to say danger cards, but no, shark skill cards. Sorry. Shark skill cards, and these do different things. Snack food, seals, frozen with fear, warm current, favorite hunting grounds, villainous, shark sense, killer instinct, ramcraft. You know, the different skill cards for the shark to take part in. And then these guys right here are the different, the combat deck. Yeah, cards that are used for combat. So different numbers. It'll have different hazards that come up from time to time. So this one doubles the shark value of the previous dealt card, combat card. So that's what this deck is. So let's put all these back. These are all of the different sites that you have, like the small fishing boat, the town dock, skiers and ski boat. These are all different, I think, like dangers that happen that will come up, and this is how much it will raise the terror level of the boat or of the shark and so forth. So that's what all of these do here. A lone swimmer. Low terror risk, 1 to 2 terror. A reef diver, again, 1 to 2 terror. Teens sailing, well, that raises, because there's a whole bunch of people on this sailing boat, 2 to 4. Whereas this guy is alone, it's 1 to 2. Town dock, again, a lot of people together, raises it 2 to 4. So you get the idea. But that's what all of these different things do. And let's see, let me get all these things out of here while we're there. And then here are some dice that you roll. The dice are actually pretty nice. They're kind of a screen printed on almost, or heat. I don't know what it is, but they are not engraved, but they are on there to where I don't feel like they're going to, you know, mess up over time. But there's that. You know, the different dice, and we can put these back in here. Boom, along with those, and then all of these different tokens over here. So yeah, these don't quite fit, but this is kind of where all of our little boats are. You know, this is the, oh no, what just happened? This needs to go back on. You know, everybody has their own little thing for being on the, where are all the rest of these? Yeah, those are terrors. These are terrors as well. Those go back over there. That goes there, and that goes there. These go in here. But you get the idea, yeah. But the component quality nostalgia factor for the game is pretty high. I really did enjoy it, but at the end of the day, it did feel like the I don't know, just the, oops, that needs to go back in there. You know, I talked to Pete about it, and I was like, I kind of like Jaws better. And he was like, yeah, you're right. It's a better game. So, you know, he was just like, I feel comfortable saying it because he was also, I had a very candid discussion with him about it, and he agreed. But this is still a good game. I don't want to devalue it at all. I still have it on my shelf. It's going to stay there. So that is Shark Island. Let's go back to here. Nope, not there. Let's go back here. Let's see what we have here. Demonetized. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Sorry. What island isn't a shark island? The price is wrong. All right. Let's see. More thematic. Yep, I heard it. Sorry. Straight to PG-13. Sorry. If every box comes with a limited time promo, does that still make it a promo? Well, I think I got this at a convention, so I don't think it all comes with that. Is the promo someone dressed as Left Shark? Huh? I don't know what that means. As much as I hate the anthropomorphic glut of games we've experienced lately, I'd rather anthropomorphic sharks than cats. Street sharks, anyone? Land shark promo. Ooh. Card shark promo. It's a card who got thrown out of a gambling boat. I want a cozy shark game. Shark Lady. Shark Cafe. Or maybe a Euro game. Sulkin the Shark Calendar. I'd play Shark Cafe. Can you keep all your limbs while enjoying an afternoon tea at the Shark Cafe? Oh, a new UA game. You have to feed your shark at the end of every third round. Oh my gosh. You guys are crazy. All right, so let's see. Jeff, have you picked someone? I didn't see anybody stand up and say, hey, pick me. So this is the point at which you guys need to speak up. If you've not won anything, I believe Jeff is offering his winnings to you. So you can check to see if you have not yet won. You need to let Jeff know, let him pick you, whatever. I don't care who gets it. If Jeff wants to go ahead and take it, I'll send him something again. No worries at all. But whomever comes up winning, you need to send me an email at Flipside, obg@gmail.com. And you need to give me your address information so that I can send you a winner. Please let me know who I'm supposed to be looking for, however. So that is there. I think I did see up here. Let's see, where it is it? I thought I saw it. Who hasn't won yet and wants the prize? And then I don't see anybody else. Well, this is getting flagged. I don't think it will. I think it was a small enough slip that I don't think it'll get flagged. But I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let me know. And then whomever does take that winning, whether it's Jeff or somebody else, let me know in the by sending me an email, flipsideobg@gmail.com. We're going to go ahead and move on, though. Okay, so the next game that we're going to talk about today was made no less than 10 years ago. I had to do a double because this one is also on my shelf of shame. I have played games that use a similar mechanism, but I have not played this game yet. It is actually still in the shrink. And I haven't owned it for all of this time, but I haven't owned it for 10 years, basically. It hasn't sat on my shelf for 10 years and shrink. That's not it. But I did pick it up a while ago, and it has not yet been played. So there you have it. It was created in 2015. And the two mechanisms that I'm going to give you for this one are open drafting and contracts. Open drafting and contracts. Those are the two mechanisms I'll give you, along with the year of publication being 2015. So this is a 10-year-old game. So there you have it. Let's see here. How do you know it's good? Well, one of the ways I know that it's good is that it does have a 7.1 rating on the Geek. So there's that. That's another, you strangled another clue out of me. So it is a good game. I just haven't played it yet. All right, so Peter Rowan says TI3, The Gallerist. David Brownlee, TI4 Co-op Edition. There is no such thing. Thank you, Micah. Airline Europe, no. Luke Shirus, My Village, no. Philip, Ticket to Ride Markerland was a couple weeks ago. That's probably true. New York 1901, no, but good choice. I've got that one right over there. That's a good game. Like it. Love the artist. Chris Mayfield says, Baron, no. Tiny Epic Galaxies, no. It'll be right someday. Nah, probably not. Tiny Epic Galaxies again, no. Coal Baron, no, Chris. Nice try, though. Scott Drews says Shipyard, no. David Brownlee says Iki. No, that's not correct. Terrier Halo says Minerva, no. Does it have the plastic dispenser? Wow, Ryan. It can't be Port Royal. Well, I don't know that it can't be, but it isn't Port Royal. That's correct. Jeff C., The Builder's Antiquity. Luke Shirus says Potion Explosion, and he is the one that said it first. The actual title of the game. Ryan flexing a bit there. Good job. Luke Shirus says Potion Explosion, and that is the correct answer. Potion Explosion is here. And this is a 10-year-old game, people. That's just strange to me. Now, here's the thing. It was originally published by Horrible Games, and then I believe CMON got a hold of it and republished it. And the CMON version is the one that I have. I believe that's how it goes. But Potion Explosion is correct. Luke Shirus is the one to say it first, although Ryan definitely gave a strong flex of an illusion there. But this is what we've got. So we're going to go ahead and proof that this is still in the shrink for me. I'm not joking. So another reason why we kind of do these is so that I can get these back to the shelf. Back to the table and off the shelf of shame, right? So that's what we're going over. So Luke, you need to either say that you're going to collect it or find somebody else. So you and Jeff both need to either send me an email and just tell everybody here, hey, I'm accepting the prize, or find somebody else to do that. And while you're doing that, we're going to go ahead and get down to the table and go through this box here. So again, this is straight out of the box, straight out of the shrink, and this is 2015. So here is available now, the Potion Explosion app. So you can download the app. Look at that. So here is the rule book, and there you go. And to answer Ryan's question, no, it doesn't look like I have the plastic one. It looks like I have the cardboard one. But you get the idea, yeah. And I do like this. How to tidily fit everything into the box. I do like that they did that for us. So here we have all of the different potions. You need marbles that have all of these different, so this one needs 4 black marbles and 2 blues, and that finishes that. And then when you finish that, you get to flip it over, and I believe it's worth 6 victory points at the end of the game for you. So that kind of gives you the idea of how the game is played. But it's one of those kinds of games that I think I'm going to enjoy a lot. And it is highly regarded within the community. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going ahead and doing it on It Belongs in a Museum, because I think that this does have the clout behind it, I guess you could say, that this is a good game. But I mean, it's 10 years old and it has a 7.1 rating on the Geek. That's above average, right? So there you have it. And I'm going to go ahead and just punch all of this out because, frankly, it deserves it. I need to do it. I need to get it done. I'm going to see, one of the things here is this is kind of like you can even call this an unboxing of sorts, because I am going to try to put everything back into the box the way it tells you to. And this will be a report on whether or not it has, it is a good thing. Look at all, oh my goodness gracious. Well, I don't know if I want to put everything, but we'll punch everything out and we'll go from there. See how it goes. These would be pretty good for Jessie and her not middle schoolers, her preschoolers, to take all that stuff out. But this just kind of gives you an idea of how long it takes to punch stuff out sometimes. Of course, you guys know, because you're board gamers just like me. Alright, so that's that. And then we have some oozy ones. Ugh, they're green. There's green coming out of there. Alright, so that's that. That's all of these punched out. And I'm going to keep them just in case, because you never know. It might say, hey, you need to... Oh my goodness gracious. That looks intense. So maybe I'll put this together with you. But it's up to you guys. You can tell me right now, do you want to see this get put together online or not? All right, so that's everything off of that one. And then there. 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 And punk there. Just messed up a corner. I don't like them when they do that. And there's that dude right there. That one's done. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at all these. These are the little divots that the little things run down, the little marbles. The little marbles. Hello, sir. I've lost my marbles. There's a couple more. It looks like light bulbs, doesn't it? Looks like a light bulb. Ooh. I don't know what any of these are. I feel like some people out there might be saying, no, don't do that. But that's okay. All right, everything's punched out. We've got these over here. And here are all the marbles. And some of them are in a little plastic bag in there. Huh, that's interesting. Wonder why that is. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put it together. I don't know what these are. Oh, these are, I got it. These are player boards, I think. I think those are player boards. Bum 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 bum. All right, I'm trying to get these out of the way so that we can put the little thingy together. So you guys out there can tell me, does this go together with the thing inside the box or outside of the box? Do I have to take this thing apart every single time I want to play this game? Huh? Huh? You tell me. Yours may just have an older print, been an older print version. Yes, but not a bag for marbles. I believe this is an older print version. I don't, and I don't have any qualms about that. None whatsoever. But I would like a plastic thing better. But you know what? It's not a big deal. Just putting all these over here so that we can get them out of the way. Not have to worry about them anymore. Oh gosh, that didn't work out. Boom, boom. Flip that over there. Oh. Psh, psh. All right. There we go. Got all those things out of the way. And those things. And I'm guessing that these are probably going to go into one of those. Boom. Now, because if they give you directions, you're supposed to use them. All right. So this thing here is going to be the top. I'm supposing that I got to pop all these out too. All right. So there we have that. So this thing, oops. All right. So this thing is going to go. This thing is going to go. Oh, yeah, I don't think this is going to fit. Like that. And this one is going to go over here. Yeah. Not a fan of these, you know what I'm saying? There we go. And then this little guy, I don't know where it happens to this. This looks like goes right here. Like so. And then I think this one is going to go right here, like that, and like that. Boom. All right, so we got that going so far. Not bad, not bad. And it looks like these are going to go in here, like one right there and one right there, like so. Then this one is going to go like that and that. And then it looks like, yeah, those stick out over the edge. Then it looks like this one goes down right on top of that, but I think this has to go in there. Oh dear. Oh dear. I want to say they get folded like that. And that goes in there like that. Oh, wait, maybe it's the other way around. That's a better fit. So that goes like that. Oh. This goes like that. I don't know what it is, but bending those things is just like a heart attack waiting to happen. That goes like that. Wait. That goes like that. That goes like that. And then, there we go. It goes like that. And then this goes in here like that. Okay. Then I believe this goes right like this. Like so. So there is that. Bloody zoom. Then you have this little doogie hopper going in like this. Just like that. And then this goes on just like that. So there you have your woogity wood. So there you have it. Looks like the display for Nidavellir. Close. That there are people that take time to rip off and copy a game boggles my mind. That they can do it and make money. I literally don't get it all. Legitimately did not know. Yep, absolutely does. Mine didn't have an insert either. Let's see. Yes, but not as bad for marbles. Ryan, yours may have just... is that really a thing? Counterfeit games. Did somebody say something about counterfeit games? I had to punch out all of the tiny holes in the bottles. I'm wondering now if mine was counterfeit. Oh. No, I don't really want this to be in. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. So there's that. Now, here's the thing. The roof has to be inserted above the article. Okay, dudes. Let's see. So, yep. Okay, so these are the player boards. And can we store the marbles in this? I feel like that would be a bad idea. But yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. All right, this is what's going to happen, I think. So now let's follow in the back. So you have a marbles bag and a tokens bag. All right, and then those get fit in there just like that. So this is what the thing says. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have one bag for tokens. So that's a token. These are tokens. These are tokens. I can't see. There we go. And these are tokens. So all of these will also go into this bag according to this thing. All right, so we have a token bag. And there we have it. So we have a token bag. Now it says that we also have a marble bag. So I'm assuming that we can cut this little piece of weirdo just like so. And I believe these are probably like replacements because people lose marbles, right? They lose their marbles. But I think everything else is just going to be put into this bag because I think putting them in there seems like a bad idea as far as storage is concerned. So, well, that was not a good idea. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Do I have a red one that is busted? Busted. I don't think there are any red ones that are busted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What is that? All right, now we got to make sure none of these are busted. Doesn't look like. Oh, there's a black one that's busted. So we've got. Are we supposed to have the same number? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Let's see here. 2, 4. Oh, that one's busted too. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Stay. You stay. Stay. And then we got 2, 4, 6, 8, no. 2, 4, 5, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. Okay. Stay. You're not going to stay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. So I guess we need to look here. Does it say how many of what? Maybe. Does it say how many? Okay, so ingredient legend. Unicorn tears, dragon smoke, ogre mucus, and fairy dandruff. 80 marbles, 20 marbles of each color. 20 marbles of each color. All right, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So I've got 20 blue marbles. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 yellows. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Oh, I'm missing. Maybe I got the counterfeit copy. So I'm going to be short on marbles no matter what, because I've only got 19 marbles. I mean 20 if I count that. Is that a... No, that's not even a match. Look at that. Bunch of crap. I don't... Okay, so... Crap, I lost count. What the heck, y'all? I suck at this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. All right, so I've got 20 reds now. 20 reds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Only 19 black marbles. I'm going to have to go buy myself a marble. Because these are no bueno. And I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right. Well, technically I could, I guess, dry erase, permanent marker one of these. But that's kind of interesting that we're one short, but I mean, technically we aren't one short, but we kind of are. And that bag does not fit those marbles, by the way. Not even close. But the cool thing is, I do think that this is cool. Boom, that fits in the box. That's cool. I like it. These are gonna go in here because one of them is gonna have to be made into a black one. These, I believe, can go right here. Well, technically, they can go right there. And then all of these are going to get made to fit in here somehow. What does it say? What does it say? Let's do it the way the rule book says it. Okay, so one like this. One like that. And another one like this. That's pretty tight, but it works. It works, y'all. Shoot. That's pretty stinking good, Yan. I think I like it. I like that storage solution. Rocking the socks, y'all. Boom. Well, it took a little bit longer. Is the marble bag reusable? I do not believe so. Because it came like with there isn't a way for you to reuse it. Just not at all. No, there isn't. And this one is not reusable either. So what we are going to do is we're going to put these broken ones in here like so, and all of these little bits and pieces from here. But yes, counterfeit stuff is a thing, and I didn't buy this. It was sent to me. I don't know. I don't remember how I picked it up. I might have picked it up at a at like a flea market or something like that. So maybe this is, you know, maybe I got took by a secondhand market person. I don't know. Don't really care. I mean, I care about it from a, you know, ethical perspective, but oh, another thing that is worth noting, you do not need to keep all of the punch boards. So all of the punch boards are right here. You do not need to keep them all in here because then you will not have enough room. So they don't have to go underneath the thing. And that needs to be changed. There we go. Boom. So Potion Explosion and Shark Island. Those are the two games we talked about today. Let me know. Mine didn't have an insert either. Oh, well maybe mine was the not the counterfeit. Maybe yours was. I don't know. They look like little paddle boards. Need some rubber bands to attach the marbles. I don't think it works that way. I don't think that would work that way. I thought you meant boards for paddling the kids. I got ripped off on, let me see. I think you definitely lost your marbles. Yes, that's true. Is this contraption giving you ideas for your 3D printer? You know, I still need to take some time and learn how to use my 3D printer. I haven't done it yet. And I thought JT was going to, you know, since it's his old thing, I thought he was going to take me through it, but we just haven't had time to. He's super busy. I'm super busy. So we just haven't had time to do it. But yes. Yes, indeedly doodly. Looks like he built a wooden bed floor for a pickup truck. The zoom zoom noise made me laugh. The lid needs a Plinko type top to help randomize the marbles. You got to run the marbles through it now. That'd be cruel if you didn't. Okay, fine. I don't. All right, I'll be nice. It's not going to go very. It's not going to be very. All right, I'll do it. I don't want to be that guy that's called cruel because he didn't give the people what they wanted, within reason, of course. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to dump these out here in an effort to kind of randomize them. And then we'll just pick them up and Hey, that is pretty neat, isn't it? Isn't it? That's pretty cool. Oh no. There you go. I did it. And then, so like if you use 2 of these, 2 more become available. And then if you use these, a couple more come available. So this is a really neat mechanism. Gizmos is another CMON game that was very much used this in a very in a very cool way. But anyway, there you have it. All right, I did it for you. You're welcome. That's a promo marble? I don't think so. I would get a jar. Yeah, I love marbles in a jar. I think I have issues. Yeah, you do. Green laser, I don't know if you can find those particular colors, but you can usually find marbles at Dollar Tree. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a difficult thing. Again, it's the black marbles. What are they called? The ogre mucus. The ogre mucus ingredients are the ones that I'm 1 short on. I have enough for all of the others. So at the very least, I can just probably use a permanent marker on one of the other extra ones that I have here. I just don't have any extra black marbles. So these are the only extras. Please put loose marbles in baggie. I'm definitely not for glass components. I have cut my finger on a Sagrada glass piece once. Hello, Flipsters. What's up, Nuno? Good to see you. Glad to see you. Glad you're here. Please put those loose ones in them. No, they're extras. I'm not going to put these in the baggie because these are extras. The ones that are outside of the bag are the extras. I'm not a monster. You leave me alone. The marble bag is now a hairnet for Sam. No. Let's see here. 11 out of 10 for the stream. A lot of marble talk. What did I miss? Oh, yes, that's the good stuff. You should have dumped them in the lid. No. 2 by the rail. Got them. I got them. Let's see here. Those marbles are glass or plastic. I believe they are glass because a couple of them were broken. I have some friends from Battleground, Washington, and they said voodoo donuts are pretty good. If you don't want to seem cruel, you should send me some. I don't buy voodoo donuts for myself. I'm not going to buy them for you. These marbles, the 3 marbles against the rail. Okay, you got them. Yes. Different baggie. Beard net. Yes, beard net indeed. All right, we're out of here. Thanks for joining me. We are actually 15 minutes over time. When does the explosion happen? When you put the wrong ingredients in one of those vials. That's when it happens. We are 15 minutes over. I usually try to keep these to an hour, but I put something together today, so there you have it. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care. Don't forget, if you're a winner today, send me an email. flipsideobg@gmail.com with your address information so I can get you something in the mail. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.